Okay, we just pulled up from vacation. We just got back. We can see the potato vine around our date tree is doing quite well. All right, the bottle brush looks great. And as we start to go into the rest of the yard, a little bit of a few strugglers in there, but it's doing pretty well. Um, the Nandina looks like it's struggling, but it's we got it more for its fall colors. Anyway, this guy's doing fabulous right here. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? Anyway, up here it looks like our struggling goji berries might have not made it, which would be sad. And oh, I forgot what the bougainvillea. That's right. The bougainvillea looks like it's hanging on by a thread. Hopefully it pulls through. Looks like quite a few things bit the dust. Look at that. The flowers bled. So these were black petunias around our olive tree here. It looks like their flowers bled black onto the rocks. That's fabulous. Anyway, this olive tree is actually starting to branch out now. That's good. Its brother over here, it branched out before we left, but there we go. They're looking pretty good. The sage and stuffs look fabulous. The herbs over on the side of our house are really super green. Um, our transplanted lavender is still struggling. That's okay. Um, the random volunteer flowers are doing great, but the artichokes are gone. The oak tree is looking fabulous, but it's sacrificial hoping to make it, but probably won't. Aspen that we put next to it looks like that wasn't a go, but that's okay. So yeah, I think having the um, rosemary right next to it was a good idea because it's really helping the oak tree make it, I think. See, these roses are doing okay. The flower beds right there are kind of fried, but that's okay. This big flower bed, oh, look at that. Look at all these little volunteers out here. They're doing okay. Over here, these guys are kind of an intermix between alive and flowering and dried up and dead, but that's okay. That's part of the flower bed. This guy looks like he's struggling a little bit, but not as poorly as this. Look at that, just charred. No, he's fried. Anyway, when this guy is intermixed between flowering and not knowing what to do, right? No evidence of the rhubarb left, it's just so dead. Anyway, so that is out here. Oh, look at that guy, he made it. Anyway, so some cool points in there. You can see the herbs over here. They're doing pretty well. These herbs actually are not even on irrigation. The rest of the yard is, but these guys are not on irrigation. Our water catcher thing melted in the heat of the sun. Like the poles bent. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, so I guess it was a little hot here. This rose is looking mighty fine compared to its brethren over there. Okay, ooh, look at these beautiful flower right there. Look at that. All right, let's go check out the other side of our house. So, this guy right here has grown quite a bit. This is where he was at the beginning of this year. When we left, he was about 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where he was when we left. So he's put on quite a bit right there since we left. Our amaranth right there, our volunteer flower, looks fabulous. You can see the lavender that we have over there is doing all right. The desert's bird of paradise is looking pretty good. Yeah, but then again, this is the desert section. They usually do pretty well over here. Anyway. And the Palo Verde is leafed out quite a bit. It's looking wonderful. Alright, let's check out the backyard. Okay, the mesquite right here. It looks like the connection it had to this pole broke. But it's still up, right? That's the direction it needs to be. That's good. I might have to look at tethering that again, or at least make sure it's going the right direction. Looks like these potato vines made it. We planted them right before we left, so I was worried that they wouldn't make it, but it looks like they pulled through, so we can probably remove these chairs. The sunflowers off to the side of the house look like they made it. Our random rock piles down here. The apricot is looking pretty good. Right, the vines underneath them look like they're okay. Look at all those tomatoes. Oh my goodness, look at all that. We have something to pick. Right, still some green vines. Look at that. This guy's nice and green. Oh, this guy right here is doing all right. And look at that. There's no path left whatsoever in our labyrinth. Like, can you see the path in there? Look at that. This is just a jungle right here. There's like no way to walk through that. That's amazing. And then over here, look at all those tomatoes. And then there's that big pumpkin down there. Do you see that big pumpkin we got down there on the ground? Wow, that's pretty incredible. That is a nice sized pumpkin. I didn't even know we had a pumpkin there before we left. I know where some other pumpkins are, like this one right here. There you go. And our guava right here is doing pretty well, right? And let's see if the berry underneath them. Ooh, those leaves are a little crispy. We'll find out. And then over here we've got Palo Verde over here on this side. Apparently it has some squash vines underneath it. I didn't realize it had that. Over there the hollyhocks are done, but the rose is looking nice and green. That's good. And over here our goji is just covered in berries. Look at all this. This is where I wanted to put the gojis, but we decided to put them out front because we thought they looked nice up there. I think this is a better spot for them. So we might have to, if they're still alive, transplant them back by this spot. But that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. So look at that patch. Here's another nice sized pumpkin right there. Walking around this right here, just you can see the basil standing right out of it. The cherry in the center has just been swallowed. The vines are way out of here. All right, look at all that. Let's go over to the boys' little garden over here. Our fountain's running just fine over in this section. Pond is very, very green right now. We might need to drain and fill to help that guy out a bit. I think this is an eggplant, but it wasn't growing very much before we left. But I have to look at what we planted in that area, but that seems to be the only thing left in this area. Everything else in this flower bed's dead. The boys' pumpkin patch. Let's see if they have any pumpkins in here. Oh yeah, they got a pumpkin. There's a nice little pumpkin down there. So this is the boys' garden. So they got a pumpkin when they get home. Right? Oh look, you can see some of the path. But yeah, just barely. Most of it is just completely filled. This fig tree has grown quite a bit. Look at all of that. This will be a nice sized tree someday. This fig over here had some figs on it before we left. Look at all of those. I know what we're going to be picking and eating for the next day or so. And look at those figs. They've grown nicely. Okay. And then this guy right here was our lemon tomato. And he's actually got a tomato. We haven't had a tomato off of him yet. So that's our first tomato we're going to be able to eat from him. And then our mystery citrus tree and our kumquat. Oh, our kumquat is flowering. Fabulous. The grapevine over here. You can see the basil still alive in here, a few flowers. But pretty much most of the other flowers died in here. That's okay. The sunflower definitely did it right there. All the sunflowers in this corner did. That's okay. Tomatillos. Oh, we got a whole bunch of tomatillos down there. I don't know if you can see all those tomatillos. Oh yeah. we'll have a bunch of tomatillos. And then here's the first pumpkin to start growing in our yard, so it looks like it might be about done. It's a good, healthy orange. Look at that. And this right here, oh fabulous, our loquat is doing well, right? I forgot to point out the jujube above our tomatillo right here, but the jujube, this guy right here, he's been one of the healthiest growers this year so far. It's good to see the loquat not wilting during the day, so it's finally getting established. Our eggplant, whatever has any eggplants on it right now, we picked everything off of it when we left. But there was a few left over, I thought. They might have been picked. That's okay. Look at this random volunteer vine right there. That's one of the watermelon seeds that grew in the corner. Our pots aren't doing so good, but that's okay. This guy right here, I'm surprised to see this tomato still alive, but I'm happy to see it alive. Maybe it'll give us some more stuff yet. This tree's going nuts. Look at that. Holy smokes. Our bay leaf is just completely engulfed right there. That's fabulous. Our pomegranates looking pretty awesome right there. Okay, look at these flowers. They're looking pretty good. Our shade cloth looks like it survived. Some of the shade cloth is over the trellis that was sitting on when we left. Those sunflowers are really pushing up. The rest of the shade cloth down there, I'm happy to say it survived too, so that's pretty fabulous. And let's look at our walking path back here. Our walking path back here, oh, we got a few weeds. Oh, look, another pumpkin. Fabulous. Oh, look at that. Tiny little guy right there. Oh, hey. And it looks like some of our other creeping plants are dying, but all the clover's still here. We're going to keep trying other things. Oh, hey. So, right here we got our raspberries. And our raspberries have some dead patches and live patches, so it looks like it's doing fairly well. It's been a struggle with the raspberries in this section. We have an actual raspberry right there that's almost there. That's fabulous. And this guy right here has some of our grapes. This grapevine will hopefully eventually grow up onto this trellis-ish like thing and grow across the top of the raspberries to give it shade. Look at those grapes. Look at those. Awesome. So that's pretty exciting to see a few clusters right there. I'd rather it be rooting or vining up higher, but you know what? For now, we're just gonna let it be. Let it do its thing. And there we go. That is our yard tour for being gone for 3 weeks and then suddenly coming back to find what is living and what did not make it. I think pretty well. We had some good waterers taking care of our yard, and so we'll have to go thank them now.